Hello everyone from Chelsea Fan TV. I'm outside Stamford Bridge with Fathur after a 1-0 win against Everton.
Yeah,
Stamford Bridge, I mean, it's not 6-0 like last year, but a win's a win, isn't it?
a win's a win, definitely. And I thought we were the better team overall. Even though Everton, they had some of their moments coming to the final box. It didn't really happen that much, to be fair. And I felt really comfortable at all points that we just really, I just wish that we can get that second goal. It would have been much more confidence, especially for Cole Palmer. But at the end of the day, like, a win's a win for me, and it's a must win at the end of the day. And if we would have lost this game or dropped another 2 points, then the pressure are literally onto us, and it's going to be more toxic. Like if we lose the game, but
Well, it's always going to be toxic if we lose. I mean, did you feel like the stadium was toxic? I mean, I wouldn't say toxic. I'd say that it was just quiet before we scored. It was just silent.
Yeah, I think it was more to the fact that relief, I would say, from the crowd that we at least score one goal. But for us, it's that one goal is not nearly enough. We just need that second goal, give a bit ourselves a breathing space, in my opinion, and also that we need a lot more confidence from Cole Palmer. He needs his goals. He has been off for the last 5 months now.
Yeah. What do you think about Palmer's performance today?
I thought it was a lot quieter today. I thought for me that I think it's been checked out. It's been checked out for a while.
What do you mean checked out?
Do you know what? I think he's mentally checked out. I think he's done for the season. I just think that's it. Either that or a young player like him, like he's gone on a bit of a slump. Let's be honest here. Like you're what, 21 or 22 now? It happens a lot to some of these young players, especially for Cole Palmer, and he has gone through it a lot, and this is why the sign of a player that is going to be becoming of a world-class talent in the next few years, that you have to go through that slump. Otherwise, that you're never going to be able to call yourself a world-class player. But at the moment, he's gone through it massively.
So, are we talking about the player here? Because Maresca says it's a mentality problem. You're saying he's mentally checked out.
Yeah.
You don't think it's got anything to do with the way we play?
A bit of both, I would say. A bit of both. I would agree on that. I would love to see him more toward that right-hand side, because he looked more thrive in that dangerous area. And when he drops way more deeper, especially into that midfield, at times for me that I just kept looking at him a couple of times. It's like, yeah, you're better off on the right-hand side, because in the middle, like, I don't think it's going to suit him. So two things can be right, but at the same time, like, I'm not going to question him as a player overall, but I think he's going to be becoming of a good player. But for me, it's just that rough patches that he's been gone through right now. It's like, it's one of those moments in your career that you want to overcome through it, and that's what makes him, like, I do have a high faith in him that he could do it this season.
Do what? Sorry.
Overcome.
Oh, that you can overcome.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah,
sorry, man. Yeah, I mean, listen.
I don't know, because it feels like he has been one of those. It's like one of those rough patches, you know. What do you think?
I don't even think he was in a position to really make things happen. I thought he was too deep. That was the issue I had today. I was like, why is he playing so deep? Like, get him. I'm happy for him to be on the ball, but when you pass the ball up,
Yeah.
I want Palmer there, not Enzo. You know, that's the player I want in those positions. No, not to say that we didn't have threat up top. I thought Madueke was great. I think Jackson got the goal. I mean, talk to me about Madueke on the left-hand side.
Yeah.
We haven't seen that much at all, if ever.
Absolutely. I thought it was okay at times, Madueke, even though he tried to switch with Neto. But it's just the same old Madueke, in my opinion. Like, I would rather him be more on the right-hand side compared to the left-hand side, because I kind of understand why Maresca did it, kind of switch it up a little bit in some ways, because I feel like it's more to the fact that it's more of a trying to prove a point that Madueke not only can play from the right-hand side, but also can play from the left-hand side. And I think it's also more to the fact that he prefers Sancho to be starting from the bench for this game. He might be starting the game against Djurgården on a Thursday. So I don't have any like kind of deep complaints about it, but at the end of the day, he did his thing. He did his thing, and fair play to him. And there's one player that I feel like there's not given enough credit today, and that was Romeo Lavia, because I thought today he looked great. He looked great, and the fact that I was so shook when the lineup was announced that you put Enzo, Lavia, and Caicedo, and we've seen that a couple of times last season that it didn't work. But somehow I feel like I thought he put the Caicedo as a right back and then put Enzo and Lavia. But boy, that partnership looks really different when Lavia play as a deeper role and put Enzo on more of an advanced role. It makes Enzo so much better as a player, and you can see like people wants to be more of a progressive in the midfield, and that's why I feel like we've been missing kind of the most. Like people talk about Caicedo as being a beast this season. He's been to be fair for him, like he's been a beast, but that Lavia in that deeper role, that's given him a lot of headache though. A lot of headache.
I mean, the nice thing about Caicedo, though, is he can invert as a right-back anyway.
Yeah.
And then you're able to rest players like Reece James for the important games.
Games,
like
exactly.
Thursday night.
Oh, Thursday night, exactly.
Yeah,
Jurgard and Stockholm away, Snowbunny Central away, but yeah.
What about the defence as a whole? I mean, were you happy with Cucurella? You had Colwell and Chalobah in there as well?
I did. It's a professional statement from the back. You know, they did their thing. We kept the clean sheet again, where this is, I think, the second time in this season, the second time in the space of 3 weeks now we kept the clean sheet at home against Everton and then Tottenham.
Yeah.
But yeah, defensively I don't have any much complaints about it. They did their job at the end of the day. It looked solid. Cucurella put the shivs in the middle, and yeah, Colwell done their thing. Like, look, I'm not gonna be that overly happy about it, but at the end of the day, you did your job. But can you do it on a consistent basis? And that's for me the main issue about it. And yeah, man, we got rough, tough run of games in the month of May. Let's not forget we got to travel away on a Thursday. But I'm just kind of at the moment, it's like we get a win, but off the pitch stuff, I'm kind of baffled with the way that our club running things behind the scenes. The Ticketmaster news, the Vivid seats.
Are you happy about that? I mean, we've got a new deal with Ticketmaster, so now all of the tickets are going to be digital from next season, like Arsenal and Palace.
Did people forget about Live Nation, by the way?
I don't know.
Live Nation is there. Live Nation, Ticketmasters, now Vivid seats. Now you've got 3 unofficial tickets account, and going to be our main sponsor for next year. So I'm not overly happy about it. I think it's more to the fact that more of a business stand of view, because you're basically getting rid of some of the loyal fans trying to go week in, week out. And I know you're trying to increase the revenue and stuff, but at the end of the day, if you want to build more money to it, you got to win some trophies, not off the pitch stuff, not none of these nonsense ticket touting. And I kind of understand it why people want to do that, getting rid of that ticket touting. But do you think it's going to work next year? We're about to find out. But apparently, everything's going digital. But I'm just at the moment, like just shaking my head. At the moment, it's just like ticket stuff. It's just too technical aspect. But
I mean, I quite like the away tickets being digital because then I don't have to meet people before the game.
Yeah.
I quite like that. But at home games, quite like just having the plastic card.
Yeah.
You can collect them as well. You can. Maybe you'll be able to pay extra for one or something like that. That's what I think that's what they offer.
Yeah, I prefer the away ticket to be like the actual ticket, not the one that I get from the Legia Warsaw when they gave me that A4 paper tickets.
Like, you don't like those ones?
I don't like those.
I don't like a piece of paper.
I know it's a piece of paper, but at the end of the day, you want to collect it or you want to frame it, and then you kind of like, oh, look at me, like I got loads of tickets. Like it's more of a collection basis though. But
what about Pedro Neto as well? What did you make of his performance?
Do you know what? I don't think it was that bad today. I think it wasn't that bad. It's just that we keep talking about this on a consistent basis about we need that someone inside the box. We need that box presence. We need that play of Osimhen or Gyökeres. Don't talk to me about Liam Delap. No, I don't want that. You know why? Because when was the last time we actually go to Ipswich and buy a 20-year-old potential player. I thought we scrapped that for ages. We should get a striker like Gyökeres. We should get a striker like Osherman. I don't want this like tactical explanation, Twitter nonsense about
Data. Is that what you were asking? Is that what you...
data. You know how these people act on the social media, by the way, like either data or either your brain dead AI. So this is why I want to kill. I want to make these guys like just stone. Just make sure it's about eye test at the end of the day. Eye test. Just get me Osherman. Just give me Gyökeres. Hell, if you want to throw money in there, just go get a fucking Isak if you can. But apparently we broke. So either Gyökeres or Osherman, or we get nothing. I'm not gonna be happy if we sign Leandela. No.
Thank you so much, mate. Pleasure. Thanks, Father.